The US launches missile strikes as the war intensifies. I'll give you the details and actually show it to you here on the screen. Also, Germany might be moving troops to Poland, both NATO countries, as they say World War III is coming. Many people think it's already here. I'll give you the details of that here. Also, Congress announces a new bipartisan deal that could put money in your pocket. I'll give you the details of that here also in this video. Let's jump right in. Thank you so much for liking these videos. And if you haven't yet, subscribe so you don't miss out on more breaking news like this, and also money tips coming here every few videos. Here we go. Okay, so the United States strikes back at the Houthi missile cache in Yemen. Officials have confirmed, and there's a lot of attacks and fighting going on here on a daily basis. It really feels like the US is actively involved in a war or war type situation here. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Take a listen here.
But first, let's get right to senior foreign affairs correspondent Greg Palkot. He's live from London for us. Greg.
Hi, Sandra. Yeah, the U.S. and its allies, including the U.K., hitting back against Iran-backed Houthi rebels who've been wreaking havoc on global shipping for the last couple of months. Warplanes off the aircraft carrier Dwight D. Eisenhower, missiles fired from ships and submarines in a coordinated multi-pronged attack. All told, some 16 locations were struck. Launch, production, supply sites for Houthi drones and missiles all across his home base of Yemen near the Red Sea. Houthi officials vowed retaliation. They claim 5 were killed, 6 injured. There were scenes on their media of mass protests as sponsor Iran condemned the assault. Iran has remained busy on many fronts, seizing this week a tanker that had been in a tangle with the U.S. over earlier sanction-breaking oil shipments. And yes, dealing with all of this alongside the U.S., the U.K. Earlier today, we spoke with U.K. Foreign Secretary and former Prime Minister David Cameron, who told us the strikes also sent a signal to Houthi supporting Iran.
They are, as I've said, a malign influence in that they back the Houthis, they back Hezbollah, they back Hamas. So we know about their influence. We have been given them very clear message about what needs to happen. That has not been heeded, and that's why we've taken these steps.
Also, the Houthi military, or Houthi rebels, also fired on and hit a Greek ship, a Greek vessels. So you can see here, there's going to be a lot of different countries that are not very happy with the Houthi rebels. Are they just firing on any ship, any random ship they see? Yeah. Let me know your thoughts on this. Also, we're getting details here of U.S. ignored warnings about the Houthi threat coming from a senior Yemeni leader. Says, quote, they didn't do anything. The vice president of Yemen's United Nations recognized government told NBC News. But as you can see here, the Houthis and also Iran by proxy there, they really don't care about anything. The U.S. is attacking back here sparsely a little bit here. So short of a full-blown war and forcing them not to, which, you know, of course, you have a lot of Americans that are against war and always have been, even going back to World War II and even before then. You're going to have to force them to not do these type of things. So what would you have done? It's just, I mean, you're going to have, you know, deterrence measures and stuff. But it's a tough situation here because they really don't care. So they're attacking multiple different countries, multiple different ships. Let me know your thoughts here in the comments. Also, Germany preparing for Russia to start World War III, as if they haven't yet. A lot of people think they have. According to leaked war plans that have now been revealed. Take a listen here. And the German army could be deployed to Poland for the first time since World War II. I'll get to that here in a second. Europe is preparing for Russian President Vladimir Putin to expand his country's war in Ukraine and attack NATO ally countries. Remember, the U.S. is part of NATO. And NATO has a doctrine that says if any NATO country is attacked as a full-blown war attack, then all countries are at war. According to leaked documents published in German newspaper Bild, has revealed, or Bild revealed, according to the outlet which obtained the classified military information from the German Ministry of Defense. This is pretty serious stuff, it sounds like. The country's armed forces are gearing up for the hybrid Russian attack in Eastern Europe. And don't put it past Russia, because we already know they've done this with Ukraine and they've done this with Crimea, and they're also helping Iran and supplying weapons to Hamas and things like that, right? The newspaper detailed how multiple potential alarming scenarios could unfold in the months ahead. One such scenario, dubbed Alliance Defense 2025, would start this February, with Russia mobilizing an additional 200,000 soldiers. Emboldened by Western finance support for Ukraine drying up, which is what many people think why Hamas started the war with Israel, so that the eye was taking off the Ukraine war, which is exactly what Russia wants. Russia would launch a massive spring offensive against Ukrainian armed forces. My. This potential scenario outlines how Russia could start waging war in the Baltics, which has been a very hot topic, by July, using severe cyber attacks, which of course we know Russia does and does against the United States, while stirring up discontent among Russian nationals in Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. By September, those clashes, the classified documents actually show, could be used by Russia as an excuse or a red flag to unleash Zapad 2024, a large-scale military exercise that would amass some 50,000 Russian soldiers in the west of the country and Belarus. From there, the scenario says Russia could move troops and mid-range missiles to Kaliningrad, an 86 square mile Russian territory wedged between Lithuania and Poland, which are both NATO members. According to the documents, Russia could bombard the region with propaganda warning of an imminent attack by NATO, which they've already kind of said this stuff before, with the ultimate goal of conquering an area known as the Suwalki Gap and a narrow Polish-Lithuania corridor which lies between Belarus and Kaliningrad. A key part of the plan, according to the documents, could be to capitalize on wavering Western support of Ukraine to launch a massive spring offensive in the country. The leaked document said that in this scenario, 30,000 German troops would be deployed for defense, while an estimated 70,000 Russian forces would have already been amassed in Belarus. As you can see, World War III is growing ever closer and closer and closer to a real buildup. Congress announces a tax deal which could put money in millions of families' pockets to expand child tax credits and revive business breaks for businesses for almost right away. Here's the details on this, and there's honestly more stuff that could be coming here, which I will keep you up to date here on more and more stuff here on a daily basis. So make sure you're subscribed as we're getting more and more deals coming through Congress. Here's the details on this. Senior lawmakers in Congress announced a bipartisan deal, a deal between Republicans and Democrats, Tuesday, to expand the child tax credits and provide a series of tax breaks for businesses. The agreement between House Ways and Means Chairman Jason Smith, a Republican, and Senate Finance Chairman Ron Wyden, a Democrat, caps months of negotiating and pursuing common ground in divided Congress, which really Congress has not gotten hardly anything done lately, if anything. Quote, American families will benefit from this bipartisan agreement that provides greater tax relief, strengthens Main Street businesses, boosts our competitiveness with China, and creates jobs. They said in a statement, we even provide disaster relief and cut red tape for small businesses while ending a COVID-era program that's costing taxpayers billions of dollars in fraud. The deal, details which were reported earlier by NBC News, would enhance refundable child tax credits in an attempt to provide relief to financially struggling and multi-child families. It would also lift tax credits, $1,600 refundable cap, and adjust it for inflation. 15 million kids from low-income families will be better off as a result of this plan. And given today's miserable political climate, it's a big deal to have this opportunity pass pro-family policy that helps so many kids get ahead. However, they still need to actually pass it. They've announced a bipartisan deal on it, but it still needs to actually go for a vote and pass it. And we need to get all the details of it when it actually goes into writing with everything that actually happens with it. So I will keep you up to date on this and more money tips and everything happening on a daily basis. So make sure to smash the like button for us, share this video with anybody that this might be applicable to, and don't forget to subscribe down below and click the bell icon so you get notifications of upcoming videos that happen here every day on a daily basis at 8 p.m. and sometimes even more. We're going to be maybe having some more videos come out here going forward. So I'll keep you up to date. Click here to see the U.S. under attack from Iran, or click here to see the U.S. launching multiple attacks and why they said we've had enough. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.